Welcome to our presentation, OER in the Dark. O-E-R in the dark. Reconnecting learning in disconnected spaces. My name is Dr. Elaine Correa. This presentation is a joint collaboration with my colleague from California State University, Bakersfield, Associate Librarian and Chair, Mrs. Sandra Bozarth. Our session includes the benefits with using OER in reducing textbook costs while identifying ways to ensure access to OER with limited connectivity, technical skills, and equipment. In a COVID-19 pandemic learning environment, faculty and students may feel like they are working in the dark, as they remain disconnected from each other, with exchanges mediated through a virtual delivery platform. Disconnection may be exacerbated by attempts to teach and learn with rolling power outages and experiences with weak connectivity due to limited services, issues with accessibility, and basic equipment. The unprecedented changes to the way we are expected to teach and learn is only further exacerbated for vulnerable populations encountering financial instability, food insecurity, and limited or no health coverage.
Affordability of education remains a roadblock for students encountering financial hardships. In the United States, the cost of attending a four-year public university has increased by 31% from 2007 to 2017. The required closure by government-mandated stay-at-home orders caused massive layoffs for students. The students who are often disproportionately impacted are low-income students who are more likely to be women, members of underrepresented ethnic minority groups, and first-generation college students. With a lack of adequate digital access to learn remotely, students must ultimately decide if financial hardships will force them to disrupt their studies. Across the nation, degree completion rates, academic quality, and affordability are the three greatest challenges in higher education for students, their learning, and student academic success.
Some departments were prepared to respond rapidly to alternative delivery modalities due to ongoing efforts with the Affordable Learning Solutions Initiative that was sponsored by the California State University Chancellor's Office. This initiative provided grant opportunities, trainings, and resources with the goal of eliminating textbook costs by utilizing no-cost digitized resources for students. Textbook affordability is a pressing issue that relates directly to retention and graduation rates. The Affordable Learning Solution team at California State University Bakersfield partnered with different entities such as the library, bookstore, student government, and the Office of Student Services to seek funding opportunities. With workshops, stipends, and department competitions for the most affordable textbook adoptions, faculty across campus began participating in some of these challenges, making it easier for students in their department to manage the financial burdens that textbook costs impose. This led to the creation of the first program major with zero textbook costs in the Department of Child, Adolescent, and Family Studies at California State University, Bakersfield.
The use of OER to reduce costs for students revealed challenges that were embedded in the technological design solutions, which was intended to level the uneven playing field. Different levels of digital distress are evident for students who rely heavily on the university campus on-site resources to complete online class assignments and readings with OER materials. Reoccurring issues and challenges confronting students involve the inexperience with devices, software, and/or ebook features, lack of access to devices, connectivity, and IT support. Therefore, a need to ensure that faculty knew how to make ebooks and OER more available, particularly for offline use, was apparent. Faculty needed to learn how to search for ebooks and OER, retool OER, and post these materials for their students. Different ways to support faculty to become more mindful of new technologies that are required for accessing materials has been a continued effort to improve the use of OER with limited or no connectivity.
The erroneous assumption that invokes greater disparities is that in every home, students have immediate access to electronic devices, computers, iPads, Chromebooks, broadband connectivity, strong remote connection and speed, and the technical skills needed to successfully navigate learning online. We continue to seek solutions to narrow the digital divide, thus creating more spaces for diverse voices to participate in learning opportunities designed to level the uneven playing field of education associated with soaring tuition and textbook costs. Disproportionately, several vulnerable populations are affected by this sudden switch to a virtual learning environment. While there are undeniable benefits with using OER in reducing textbook costs, we also needed to identify ways to ensure access to OER for students with limited connectivity, technical skills, and equipment. Access on or before the first day of classes ensures equity in the distribution of educational resources. Our collaborative initiatives have been working to help resolve the lack of digital literacy and address ways to narrow the digital divide for vulnerable groups. However, we must always remain cognizant not to rely too heavily on continued digital access. Therefore, we remind students to download PDFs at the start of the semester so that they do not have to worry about connectivity issues for accessing course materials. We encourage faculty and students to use apps that can provide students with opportunities for interaction online and offline. The integration of iTunes for audio and video podcasts that can be downloaded with public Wi-Fi is also reinforced, as well as the use of hotspots to ensure that students have access as needed. Our intention is to provide access to free course materials that result in viewable content offline that can be accessed anytime, anywhere, ensuring that learning can occur even with OER in the dark. We hope that you enjoyed our presentation. We invite your comments and questions and ask that you reach out to us at our email addresses at California State University, Bakersfield. Thank you.